Thank you so much. This is such an honor and a privilege to be a recipient of this Community Service Award. I want to thank the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast Committee for this deep honor. It is a privilege to do this work in our community. This work started as a dream from a heart and a passion that I have, a dedication in my life to empower the brilliance of Black girls. If you don't know about BGU, it's called Black Girls United. Lots of times in our communities, our girls don't have places of expressions, places to be empowered, a place where they can be seen, a place where their brilliance can shine. On the contrary, we see in a lot of our communities, in school systems, that our girls are at a higher number of incidences and higher rate of incidences of suspensions or drama or fights. So we exist to normalize solidarity between Black girls on school campuses. And this takes on many forms. We seek to validate the brilliance that's inside of them. And a lot of our girls, even in our the way we've been formed in this society, we haven't always been taught the best conflict resolution skills. So in our times together on after-school campuses across the district, we are intending to have a time where we can develop conflict mediation tools. Conflict is inevitable. It happens in every form of our life, but how we deal with it is going to be the key to our success and our unity. So our girls on every campus, from Longfellow to Willard to Martin Luther King Jr., our middle school, are all on the same page of learning new ways to be in solidarity with one another, how to empower one another, how to recognize the brilliance that's inside of each one of them. So we thank you so much for recognizing this work. It is a work in progress. It's a messy work, but it's full of purpose and full of joy. Our girls are thriving, and we are hoping that they are seeing the value that's inside of each one of them as we are learning to be together and to coexist with one another. So thank you. Thank you once again. We are deeply honored, and thank you to everyone who said yes to this work, to everyone who volunteers, to all the college students who help us. Thank you so much. We endeavor to do even more in the future.
We want to thank the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast Committee for recognizing Women's Daytime Drop-In Center with this fantastic Community Service Award. Women's Drop-In Center has been serving unhoused women and families in Berkeley since 1988, when it started as an all-volunteer organization. We now have grown so that we are helping about 1,600 people every year, approximately 300 families. We're the Housing Resource Center for Berkeley, Albany, and Emeryville families. On average, we give away about 1,500 bags of groceries every month, and per year, about 27,000 free diapers. We also help with housing navigation. We provide free counseling, parenting classes, and we also have a transition house where 5 families can live for up to 2 years while they stabilize, find new jobs, and look for permanent supportive housing. The Women's Drop-In Center has been successful because we have been so embraced by the community. About 60% of our funding still comes from individual community donations. We continue to provide free masks, toothbrushes, sanitizers, food. Everything that we give out to the community is provided to us by donations. We also have about 30 community volunteers who come to the center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. and serve hot meals to our clients. So we're always looking for volunteers and community groups to do some outreach. Recently, we've been the beneficiary of the One Warm Coat, and the week of Christmas, we were able to give out 300 warm jackets to women and children, which was really fantastic.
That's great. Because I really love coming here. That's awesome that somebody's like finally like appreciating it and showing the appreciation for you guys.
So glad.
Other than the people that just come here, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and my grandmother, she's like older, so she's. Oh, and she said thank you for the coffee, the cups of coffee.
Yeah, the fun.
We'd like to thank the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast Committee for honoring us with this Community Service Award, the Women's and Children Reentry Campus from Boss. I'm sitting here today with Nanette Francois, who was one of the founders and builders of the program, and Nanette is going to tell us a little bit about how the program came into fruition, the women that we serve, and how impactful we've been in the Oakland area.
I started with the Women and Children's Reentry Campus. It was an idea. I was asked to build the program, build it and manage it. And so started off in East Oakland with a really beautiful campus. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know anything about building a reentry campus. But I had to think about, I am a person who is also a returning citizen. I had to think about what I experienced when I returned home and what I would like to, and what is needed and what I would like to see in the community. So with that said, work with some of the staff that was there, start bringing on case managers, program aides, and also a peer support specialist. We built the program together, went over, what we would think that the ladies would need, the children, and went from there. Was it perfect? No, but it was, I would say it's really successful, and it's continued, with the new manager that's there. She's added some really good things with it, and it's continuing to grow. I would say that a lot of the ladies that were there, they started with us last year, rolled into permanent housing. I was about maybe 6 or 7 ladies who are going to be getting permanently housed now. But what that program offered was a place for these women to finally feel safe. It's a campus, it's brand new. It was a place where they could come in and their children could be able to just rest from all the trauma that they've endured. And so some of the ladies that we've served, as you may know, come from the prison or came from jail. And with that, they have to come out. A lot of times with women, they have to come out, they have to reunify with their children. A lot of times they don't have people that'll keep them and hold on to them. So these ladies, had an opportunity to get to the Women and Children's Reentry Campus and get connected to services, with the case manager, a housing navigator, and be able to determine, what path that they wanted to take, what were their barriers, whether it's employment, mental health, the mental health need, whether it be or either substance abuse. And housing, of course it is housing. So getting a game plan down, not what we wanted them to do, it's what they wanted to do, and we helped them to reach those goals. It's not an easy process because, like I said, a lot of the ladies and the children have come with a lot of trauma. We treated the campus as, how do you say it? It's an old African saying where it takes a village, and that's just how we did it. We worked, staff, we worked together to be able to get the ladies what they needed. So.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's the only program that has an opportunity for the women to bring their children, right?
Yes.
In Oakland.
So the units are 3-bedroom, 2-bath, fully furnished units, and we have 3 families in each unit. They share cooking space because there's a kitchen there, so they're able to cook. They're able to, of course, they do whatever activities that they may want to do as roommates in the common area. I would say WCRC is a really amazing program for the women and children. I think it's an opportunity that really can help ladies who have struggled throughout their life and experienced different traumas to be able to have a place where they can come, where it's clean, it's a beautiful campus, and they're able to get that community feeling, because it is a community there, and get the support that they need to be able to get to their next level.
Hi, I'm the new Executive Director at Pacific Center for Human Growth here in Berkeley, and we are so honored to be accepting the Award for Community Service from the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast Community. We are incredibly honored to serve our community, and some of the ways that we do that are that we offer peer support groups. We have over 20 active peer support groups running currently. We offer clinical services to our community, and our community, of course, is the LGBTQIA+ community in the East Bay and Greater Bay Area of California. We are constantly increasing the services that we offer. So some of those peer groups that we are currently offering are peer groups for youth, peer groups for elders, peer groups for everyone in between. So if you're looking for support in our community, you can find it at Pacific Center. Our community requests the kinds of services that they want, and then we give them to them. We offer clinical services on a sliding scale. We are a nonprofit organization, obviously, so that means that we aren't necessarily trying to make a profit, but that being the case, we are grateful for the donations, and every donation counts toward the services that we offer to the community. So basically, a $50 donation makes it possible for us to offer a free clinical session to a community member who can't afford it otherwise. $500 allows us to offer a day-long retreat for our youth community. We are currently going back to in-person services for our community members, especially our youth and our elder community. So our Older and Out program has some meetings that are in person, and our youth programs have meetings that are in person. We are really trying to bring our community together to find ourselves again after the effects of COVID. COVID has not been easy on our organization, as with anyone. We are definitely adjusting to post-COVID reality, in that we are trying to really work toward a hybridized model where we don't lose any of the people that we gained from having online services. Some folks just can't make it to the center, and so we really want to accommodate those folks in our community as well as people who need those in-person services. So we're creating a hybridized model going forward. As some of you may know, we are moving locations in the coming year, and the big event of the year is that it's our 50th anniversary. So Pacific Center in 2023 is turning 50 years old. I was recently at a community event, and a community member came up to me and told me a story. And the story was that her child had been a recipient of services at Pacific Center during a very vulnerable time. And the community member basically came to me with tears in her eyes just to say thank you for offering life-saving services. And that is the thing that I carry with me daily, just the reminder that the services that we offer are life-saving, and that's why we're in this work. And so you can join us in that work, and we're so grateful that you have. We are serving the most marginalized members of our community on an ongoing basis, and every dollar counts.
Thank you to the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast Committee for this wonderful Community Action Award. So grateful to be acknowledged in this way. My name is Vanessa Russell. I'm the founding executive director of Love Never Fails, and we are an anti-trafficking organization that is really being a voice of love and care and a place of safety for survivors of human trafficking and their children and their community, places where they can go and find safe housing, places where they can receive IT education through our IT Biz Tech Academy so that they can access economically sustainable jobs. We're in transition right now, but this is our IT Biz Tech Academy, and it's also our Community Engagement Center. And again, this is a place where people can come and learn how to become a Cisco engineer, an AWS cloud engineer, a Google project manager. And we're just so grateful to be able to serve the community in this way. And again, to be able to be recognized by all of you as we're doing this important work. Beautiful blazers or one of these blouses. All the items in our women's boutique and career closet are free to them, and such a blessing for us to provide to each and every woman that comes here. We're a place that provides harm reduction services and resources like PPE and snacks for the day, water. We're a place where people can come and receive dance classes and reconnect with their bodies and their hearts and their souls. And so we're just so grateful that we get to do this work, and certainly grateful for the support that you all have given to us in giving us this honor and this award. Thank you.